Regardless, though, the Dow flirting with 16,000, closing the day off nominally, but up appreciably for the year. No doubt the surge has put some fun back in your 401k as well, but financial guru Larry Winget says that doesn't mean that everything is A-OK. You better listen up, because the best-selling author of Grow a Pair says you better grow assets elsewhere, too. Larry, explain.
Well, nobody ever ought to put all their money in one basket. I don't care how good that basket looks. Neil, do you remember about 10 years ago when you know them, I know them, we could name them but won't, when all those financial gurus were saying the stock market was stupid and we need to be putting all of our money in real estate? And now, look what happened to that. Their followers are broke, and those people are teaching you now how to get into the stock market. I don't care how good it looks today, you need to diversify.
When you say diversify, you're talking, I'm sorry, but you're talking about more than diversifying in stocks, but in other investments. You can have bonds, you can have real estate, you can have also other, but a mix, right?
Precious metals, there's lots of places. I still just like a good stack of good old cash even.
Yeah, does that apply to the shirts you buy? I guess it does. Right?
It takes a big stack of cash to buy these shirts.
You know, when people these days talk about the markets, they live in the moment. I think either very depressed on the downside, as it was, you know, the case after the meltdown, and vowing never to buy stocks, or giddy now that things are coming back. What is your temperament when it comes to stocks? How do you feel about the market? Because the traditional argument is just you plan it out for the long haul and you'll be richly rewarded.
Never become emotional about the stock market. That's a mistake people make. Just like you said, they get all giddy and then they get all depressed. And when you're emotional, you make emotional decisions, and those are usually bad decisions.
Well, what does that mean?
That you will eventually regret. Well, you know, one of the most popular questions I get is, how do you protect your money? If you really want to keep your money safe, cash out, get a big old safe, put it in your house, get an alarm system, a big dog, and a gun. There's no way to keep your money safe all the time. I mean, you still have to be smart and spread your money around, so if you take a hit in one area, you're going to cover yourself in another area. That's the only thing that really makes sense. Most traditional people who would advise you would say 60% on stocks, 40% on bonds, with a mix of some of the other things in there as well.
All right, enough of my questions. Now to some of the viewers here. Maureen from Pennsylvania sent this in by our website, Larry. I have a traditional IRA, currently all stocks. Want to take it out in 1.5 years. Should I diversify now between stocks and bonds and leave it alone since the stocks are doing so well?
Well, first of all, I'd want to know why she wants to take it out in 18 months. I mean, never say on a very strict timeline when you want to cash out. You don't know what the market's going to look like. Nobody can predict what things are going to be like in 18 months. If you're taking it out, cashing it out so you can buy a house, for instance, with cash, that's a different thing. But don't make plans right now and say in stone you're going to cash it out in 18 months. Right now, though, I'd say that stocks are doing okay. You might want to ride it for a while. If you see the trend reverse, then start diversifying pretty quick.
All right, but that close to when you need the cash, shouldn't you be a little more conservative or no?
If you're really retiring in 18 months, you need to be conservative.
Okay. Then Thomas tweets us, I have been saving since I was 22, but at 38, what percentage of my pay should I be putting aside? And do you count matching funds? I guess corporate matching.
I don't count corporate matching funds at all. Really? And as far as how much of your percentage you should be saving, as much as you possibly can. You will never down the road look back and say, boy, I wish I'd saved less. That's not going to be the case. I always believe in 10-10-10-70. Save 10%, invest 10%, be generous with 10% to charities, and live on 70. If you can afford to do more than that in terms of saving and investing and even being generous, I suggest you do that.
Yeah, but the older you get, that 10% would have to go up, right?
It should go up the older you get, but this guy is 38 years old. That's probably a pretty good mix for him with a growing family and so forth.
Very good point. Larry, always good having you, my friend.
Thanks. I appreciate it.